The average male is supposed to have 30 to 38 grams of fiber a day. I got my beans for the fiber. It's a dark deal, but it's what I gotta make. I probably have a really tough anus. Okay, so this is what I do. I don't start any day, and something I recently started doing, I think pre-surgery or right after post-surgery, but I don't eat anything. Well, I kind of do, I guess, what's called the intermittent fasting type deal, where I only eat for one period of time in the day. So there's one window in the day in which I'll eat, and that's generally, lately it's been between like 1 and 6 o'clock, so it's technically like a 5-hour window. 1 and 7 o'clock, like a 6-hour window. But I think I generally give myself from like 12 to 8 if I was really, but I'm usually done eating anything and feel pretty satisfied by 6:30, 7 o'clock at the latest. Always now, with zero exception, not one single exception since I've started this has been made, I always start the day with fruit. I start with fruit because it's another form of hydration, right? H3O2, the fruit, water, whatever it is. Again, I'm not super privy to the science and I haven't gone super in depth. But feeling-wise, right, since this surgery has happened, feeling-wise, once I've injected that in myself, I have so much more natural energy, right? Where I've fallen to the point where I was needing, like I was drinking like the Celsius energy drink, right? Like the more natural type of caffeine energy drink that's supposed to be a little bit better for you or whatever. But I was needing those to get through the day, right? Once I switched over to this, start with the liter of the spring water, and then have fruit as the first thing to eat. Not only do I feel ultra hydrated, right, and like my system feels like a lot better, a lot more energized. I personally feel more energized, even though I'm still not in the best shape. And make it happen. I just eat like a pretty big handful of each. And just rinse it. Like, okay, look, spare me the whole thing of pesticides, and I'm not that far down the rabbit hole, folks. I got no third eye. It ain't happening like that. Like, I'm gonna rinse them off, and whatever comes off from there was what was not intended for me to have. Whatever stays on there is what the good Lord made for me. So it is what it is, folks. It ain't killed nobody yet, or it ain't killed me. So I'm not gonna go that deep, right? I'm gonna rinse them off. I'm gonna be okay. It is what it is, people. But spare me all the pesticides and the baking soda and the vinegar solution. I don't got that type of time, folks. Like that's a deeper level than the lifestyle I'm trying to create goes now. So not that can't ever change in the future, but just where I am right now, fitting this in is difficult enough. I'm not gonna give myself another parameter, another barrier that isn't necessary, isn't needed. Oh, and this keeps me eating like this and starting the day with this, no matter what I eat afterwards, keeps me really regular. If you know what I mean. Number 2. I had no idea. I did look this up, and anyone can look it up. The average male is supposed to have 30 to 38 grams of fiber a day. 30 to 38 grams of fiber a day, trending on the higher side. And the average male at best usually gets 15. That's crazy. But that's also why, you see these commercials or things that come out of, such and such, V poop or whatever, shredding your, whatever, and poop all this stuff out. Because, you probably have 5 to 10 pounds of waste that just sits in your, in your system because there's not enough fiber going through to help process it out, right? I used to think I was doing something. I was like, I got my cycle. I poop once a day at this point in time of the day in the morning, and I'm boom, good for the rest of the day. Usually unless I was eating ice cream or something like that. And it just bombs away, folks. But other than that, I thought I was doing something good for myself. Now that I've been having the right amount of fiber, which comes for me in the form of black beans a lot, well, the fruits that I have in the beginning of the day, again, the raspberries, blackberries, there's a lot of fiber in there, and then and then I eat a lot of black beans now. And even though I hate black beans, but I've learned to love them, or learned to appreciate them because they're extremely high in fiber and also high in protein as well. So that's really helpful for two goals at once there. But my goodness, do I poop like 3 to 4 or 5 times a day now. This is like, and I mean, they're nice, healthy ones, and everything's coming out. It's very seedy. I probably have a really tough anus. So when I'm walking, I'm not just walking leisurely, and I need to walk with a mission in mind, walk at a nice pace, fast pace, get there as quick as I can. And so I've been challenging myself every single day, a little bit more, a little bit better, a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, walking. And you might say, okay, you know, it's like 5 to 6 days of working out the legs, and technically really 7, because I'm never not walking. But you might say, oh, you're working out your legs too much. They're gonna go into, you know, you're gonna exhaust yourself or overexert yourself. Like, if that's the case, then I'll find out. But at this point in time, right, the heavy stuff is only 3 days a week for the heaviest compounding exercises for the main ones, and then another 2 to 3 days a week of the other stuff for the, you know, the calves and the hips and the glute. And then from there, right, and then the cardiovascular stuff all in between there. But is there a day, this is what I want anyone that challenges me to ask yourself, is there a day that you haven't gotten up and walked, that you were capable of walking, that you just did not get up and walk at all? Okay, like, unless you were bedridden for some period of time, probably not. Every single day you've gotten them up and walked at some point in time in that day. It didn't have to be often or a lot, but you had to be able to do it. So no matter what, and that was an exertion of forcing your legs, no matter what, the legs are getting worked. No matter what you do, the legs are getting worked. Something is going to happen. I gotta be able to walk every single day anyway. I might as well do it with a purpose. I might as well do it towards something that'll make it better, towards something that'll make them even stronger, towards something that'll help them last even longer, towards something that will make me healthier and feel better. So they're getting worked every day anyway. Might as well start working them with a purpose. Filling up, of course. This is toast. About to go get a good meal. I need beans. And look, has to be another one of these places. Gotta go get some of them nasty black beans and inhale them. Not a lie. Oh my God, one person on the line. What the frick are these people doing? Oh my gosh, just hire me for the day and I'll get all these people out of here in a hot second. With one arm, I guarantee everything with Chipotle is done with this one long spoon. I'll get chicken from a place like Chipotle or Panda Express because I can't really cook for myself right now, so I need to get a lot of it in a cost-effective way, which both of those places have that, and get everything that I need and be good to go. Get the grilled teriyaki chicken, none of the glazed crap on there, and which is unfortunately the best part of what they have to offer besides the orange chicken of old. And you get that, and then just eat all the chicken, because all the chicken is like 100+ grams of protein, which is a lot. And then I only done this once, but I try to substitute the noodles for the super greens, like broccoli and kale, maybe bok choy. But it's pretty, you know, whatever. It's not good. They don't do anything to it. It's like steamed or whatever, but it's good for you. So it gives you the greens, the chicken. I got my beans for the fiber. It's a dark deal, but it's what I gotta make. Yeah, it's like 680 calories worth of chicken, 90 calories worth of super greens. I forget how much the rice and beans are at Chipotle. We'll have to put that in the post edit, but also, here's another thing. I find and have found when you're not overstuffing yourself and not overeating all the time and not constantly full and just trying to eat more, because when you're hungry, things taste better. So even when it's not that good, you can get through it. That's it, folks. I think that's a wrap for this one. We're gonna depart. I'm gonna go home. I'm actually gonna go on a 5-mile walk away from zero onto Zaddy, baby. ZtoZ, Kwame out.